I'm saying? Making citizens arrest. I told the we gon' eat forever, I never let them.
When you think about the great teams that we have seen and the great seasons that we have watched over the many decades, where do you think historically Boston's season will be placed?
The greatness of the Celtics can be measured in any one of their players can win an MVP, whether it's Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jrue Holiday. They all have the ability, and Kristaps Porzingis, to all win individual accolades, but what makes them so great is they can sacrifice and be one for each other. You think about starting fives. The 2017 Warriors, the 24, 25, 25, 26 Celtics. For years to come, this Celtics group has a chance to compete.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the three. That shot wide open.
McDaniels with the big answer.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Outstanding work from Porzingis that time, creatively sending that one home.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now, and any given year, anyone can win.
Now here's Edwards. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Looking to end the run. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Porzingis with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Porzingis for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. You know, we've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Minnesota. And it's Brown missing. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got his second bucket of the night. Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front.
And a lot of opportunities I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Here's Tatum. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Tatum drives in, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 7, takes the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Boston leading by 7. Holiday looking over the floor. Top of the key jumper, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Conley finds Gobert. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Mike Conley. To the inside, Cornette, and he jams it with authority.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Brown outside. Horford sets a screen for Brown. With 1 on the clock, and they'll keep possession. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum and Horford man the post position. And it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. Up top, DiVincenzo. 9-point game his last outing. Ingles passes to DiVincenzo. Misses the wing J.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And we saw some players banged up down the stretch this season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. Hauser the pass to Tatum. Reed with the rebound.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Pritchard in the game against Chicago. He was very impressive. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Timberwolves trail by 3. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right. They're all fun to watch.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's the teardrop.
Great denial by Reed. Boundless energy he brings.
DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. That 3 off the mark. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Hauser misses off the left iron.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. You know, I think they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Holiday, the pass to Cornette. Celtics passing it around. Here's Brown. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Brown's got 5 points so far.
Brown has a nice shot repertoire. Clearly the mid-range doesn't give him much trouble.
And it's blocked. Here's Porzingis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Porzingis. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards finds Randall. Over in the corner, Conley. Back to Randall. Edwards against White. Edwards passes to Gobert. Lets it go from deep. A nice shot by McDaniel. He's got 12. 5 seconds left here in the second. 1 second left. That shot misses. Donte DiVincenzo. He's been the guy making things happen for the Minnesota Timberwolves. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It is a
look here now at Minnesota. They're letting the losses stack up. It can dim your confidence and your playoff chances. They need to make some.
And moving on to the Timberwolves now, they're in the midst of a close game.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And a few times, even when they didn't have a good look, they made it look good.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's the floater. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Minnesota leading by 3. Conley dishes to Randle. Outside Edwards. Six to shoot. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Shoots over White. Edwards, no good. Celtics trail by 3. Up top, Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Pass to Conley. For 3, Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Holiday kicks to Brown. For the lead. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
You know, when Brown has that jump shot working, guys, he's very hard to slow down. Nice looking release on this shot.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Pass to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here's Edwards from the arc.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm. Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Edwards finds Randle. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. From outside the arc, a rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Back to Randle. Takes a 3. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Conley.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Outside, White. Holiday with the 3. The rebound by Edwards. Minnesota's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Fires the 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never waned.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
Edwards can't hit.
He just keeps firing away from distance. I know he's trying to get himself heated up, but at what cost?
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Alexander Walker finds DiVincenzo. They need this. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 3rd assist on the night. They play the clock right. They go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Pass to Brown. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And the shot falls short this time. Timberwolves trail by 5. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, the creative finishing ability of Randall draws a lot of fouls.
It's his first trip to the line.
And it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Dillingham's checked in for Joe Ingles. Brown deciding where to go with it. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Celtics have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Tatum and Horford man the post positions. And it's Pritchard in at the point. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Boston. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And something else that stands out is how efficient they've been from the mid-range, making the most of their opportunities. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what? Oh! Wow! Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Tatum against Randall, beyond the arc. Tatum no good. Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards, bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And We've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Drew Holiday is checked in for Luke Cornett. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Randall kicks to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the raft.
Boston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc, 6 of 15. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Randall. Now Tatum. To the paint. Here's Queta. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defense in the pick and roll, exploits any passing lane that's available to him.
DiVincenzo. Got it. Good job in the low post. DiVincenzo's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. Edwards against Holiday. And the layup is good. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
You know, Holiday is one of those rare guards who's as physical as any other player on the floor. Holiday busting it up inside.
Ingles kicks to DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Holiday against Conley. And here's Brown outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists tonight. Conley scanning the floor. 3-pointer. Randle no good.
Well, he's just not found his rhythm tonight. Partly because I think he's gotten fewer touches.
And that one's good. Tatum.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's Edwards from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 29.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
And here's Brown outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. It's stolen by White. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. The layup off target. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The lead is 2. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Big time delivery. Go, Gobert.
Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these 2. This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Randall outside. Conley dishes to Randall. Pass to McDaniels. Randall with the ball, guarded by Holiday. The 9-foot shot. It counts! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Edwards passes to Randall. Launches a three. It's good from beyond the arc.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Seven-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Tatum. And rebounded by McDaniels. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? You know, a few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement. And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a two-possession ball game.
And it's White missing. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. This one for 3. That shot is off. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.